This is camping trip number 3, 4, I don't know, I'm losing track now. And back at the dog patch area on Riffe Lake. Big difference this time is I am by myself. Well, I've got the puppy with me. Where is she? There she is. But human-wise, I am by myself, other than the people that are around me. Finally got the spot that I've been wanting to get, which is this kind of back-end spot right on the lake. I mean, it's pretty much as close to the lake as you can get without being down the hill on the rocks. The entrance, I guess this little area is just right there, so I'm far enough away from that I don't have to worry about people driving right by my camp. And I have plenty of places to put Panda's leash so that she isn't too close to the road. She can't reach the road driving area. So yeah, I've been wanting to get this spot for a while. And it doesn't work as well for my mom's van, but for me it works out just fine because I can pretty easily drive in here. I was able to put up my reflectix up there by myself. It's a little bit challenging, not gonna lie, just because I don't know how well this is gonna translate, but this is how tall I am. That's how much space I have of the truck. So I can't reach up there very well, and it's on too much of a slant for a stool to really do any good. And that stool's like, I don't know, not even a foot tall, so it doesn't really help that much. So basically what I did is I just tossed the paracord over, tied it to my leaf springs, and it's a little bit loose. It was pretty late once I got here. Yesterday was like, I think almost 8 o'clock. So I was racing to get that put up and my little outhouse put up before it got too dark and too windy. Definitely made things hotter because there was like basically no breeze last night. It was pretty still, which would have been nice for when I was making my cake in the campout, which that is in another video. But anyway, it definitely made it nice being able to put up these and this without a bunch of wind, because I think that would have been pretty near impossible doing by myself. So I got really lucky there. And I mean, it's tight enough that it seems to keep loosening. I'm not the best knot tire, but it's loose enough, or tight enough that it's so far been keeping it everything where it's supposed to be. This side was even looser, but I just stuck a piece of driftwood up there, and I don't think it's moved around, maybe a little bit, but it works. I was gonna retie it in the morning, but then I decided not to because it's staying, so why bother, right? And I've got this beautiful spot right on the water. So, a little bit, I guess, about the outhouse, because that's one of the main differences of things that I brought this time, is this tent. I think it has a different name. I just call it an outhouse tent. Maybe it's like a utility tent or something, because you can shower in it and you can go to the bathroom, change, do any things like that, and be able to stand up, which is super nice because I can't stand up in my camper setup. So, like, it has these pockets for like a shower bag, and then you can have the hose of the bag out here. I'm assuming there's a way that you could hang something off the back, or possibly up there. I think that's what that little hanging thing's for. Comes with this removable shower caddy that is perfect to stick toilet paper on. And then I just put some other things like the lid to the bucket and my shower mat there. But it has its own floor, which is really nice. But I think I'll still use the shower mat just to add a little bit of extra layering because it's kind of rocky under here. I put a tarp under everything and to keep it good and smooth, or smoother. And then yeah, got my toilet bucket there. At night I put a little battery operated string lights in here just to keep it a little bit light in here. And that's pretty much the tent. I keep the door just open for you to use them when I'm going to the bathroom or showering. Keep it closed. It's already been a game changer and made things so much easier instead of having to use tarps and all that to try to make my own, basically make my own outhouse. Because it can turn any kind of campsite that's a little more public like this and make it private, which is super nice. The first time I went camping, since I got this setup made, I didn't need any kind of a tent, even though I had brought one with me, because I was able to park and angle myself into the trees enough that you really wouldn't be able to see, which that was very convenient. But this works too. And it's kind of fun to be able to watch people doing people stuff, and kind of a reminder of when life was more normal pre-COVID, which that's a whole nother thing that I'm not gonna get into, at least not for this video. But yeah, got Panda tied to that little tree that's behind her. Got my wheels chopped up with a piece of driftwood on the back end, and then rocks on the front. So another fun thing that I added, because I was a little jealous, not gonna lie, of all the people that have their floaties and stuff, is I got myself this 12-volt pump. Was, I believe, $11 or $12 from Walmart. Amazon has something similar. It's like basically the same thing, except I think it has the ability to be plugged into an like AC outlet. It's like a regular household plug-in, or has the 12-volt cigarette lighter hookup. So since I don't have another power source, this is going to work hopefully perfect. And then got myself the only floaty that Walmart, at least my Walmart, had left, the Parrot Party Tube. So it's supposed to be pretty big. It's 4 feet wide and 2 feet tall. And you've got your little backrest with the tail, and yeah, got a weight limit up to, I think it was 300 pounds. So definitely a good adult size. Probably could fit multiple adults depending on your weights on this thing. And I'm going to unbox it now. Alright, so this is what we're working with for the pump. It's got three different sizes of valves. I'm guessing I'll probably need to use that one if that's a thing. Yeah. So just fit on right there. Pretty good. And it came with bubble wrap, which I put in here. I'm going to save the bubble wrap so I can see how that would be handy for storing some things that I have. But anyway, the pump's pretty small. I mean, here's my hand for a size reference, and I have like child-sized hands, so it's pretty little. Definitely, you know, a lot smaller than the box. So, not going to take up a lot of space. And you've got your DC 12-volt connector. Alright, so we're in the truck, and decided to come on because I noticed it has this nice, oh, come on, focus. Okay, so it's got an on-off switch, which I think is really nice, because I was a little, you know, thought that would kind of suck that I have to get in here, plug it in, and it's just going to be blowing. Kind of have an idea that if you really had to and you wanted something that was kind of multi-purpose, you might be able to use this as a fan. You know, it might not be the most efficient way to use it as a fan, but it might work. Let's actually see if I can put this at an angle. We'll see if that works. Hopefully this comes up, but it's got these little knobs here, and then slots there, so I'm going to assume that it just clicks on. Oh, okay, so it has like a, I don't know how well that's going to show up, but it's got a lock, like a padlock, locked and unlocked symbol. I'm going to help you figure out which way is which. Okay, so that should be the unlocked position. Oh, cool. Yeah, that is definitely on there. Now, take this guy, pretty long cord. Actually, that's a really long cord. That's, let's say, definitely at least 3 feet. Probably more like 4 or 5 feet. I have this on and off right now. It's probably like off. Maybe on. I guess we'll find out. Plug it. It doesn't want to go in. So these stick out quite a bit and it's really not wanting to go in. Here's my cigarette lighter. Might have to try the other one. Oh, yeah, that doesn't make any difference. That is weird. They stick out so much. Alright, so we are all blown up. That was pretty easy, but I guess for size, this is how, you know, big it is. Pretty good size. Pretty cute. So yeah, I'm excited to try this out. Probably won't try it out for a little bit later. I'm finally gonna test out Polly. Been down to the water a couple times already today, and I was waiting for the sun to not be as intense to actually go down, play with the floaties, since I'll have to have Panda on her leash, kind of by the shore. I was hoping that it would be cool enough to just let her hang out in the truck with the windows down, but it's still too hot for that, in my opinion, and I don't want her, you know, I mean, it's probably cooler in there than it was outside earlier today, but yeah, I would just prefer not to leave her. But there's Mr. Polly. I've got Panda off of the leash right now. This area doesn't tend to have a lot of people in it, and I don't want her to pull me down while I'm with the camera. Water feels nice right now. Where'd you go, Panda? Are you in the water already? Alright, so not really going to be able to film and use the floaty at the same time, so I'm either really brave or stupid for doing this, but I'm going to attempt to take my phone into the water just a little bit so that I can get some really pretty surface level pictures. So I'm about above my belly button now. Let's see, where's Panda? There she is. Well, that about does it for Birthday Campout Part 3. This campout happened less than a week from my actual birthday campout that you guys saw in the last video. So I decided to lump this one in with all of that since they're in the same place, just in a different spot on the actual lake. There'll be one more video where I'm in this same spot. So stay tuned for that. And as always, thanks for watching. Give it an old like and a subscribe if you enjoyed partying with Polly and Panda and I, and I'll catch you in the next video.